My hand was shaking as I compared the numbers. First one, match. Second, match. Third, match. $44,000. But it wasn't luck. Subscribe now for more real manifestation stories. At the end, I'll reveal exactly what I did, and you can do it too. My name is Tyler, and for 6 years I sold impact windows in Tampa. You know, those windows that protect homes from hurricanes. Good job, decent commission when things were going well. The problem? Things rarely went well for long. I was always the almost guy. Almost closed that big contract. Almost hit the month's target. Almost managed to breathe without checking my account balance first. February 2024 was particularly brutal. 3 proposals fell through in the same week. Clients who seemed like sure things just disappeared. I'd wake up at 5:30 a.m., make my calls, smile through meetings, keep up appearances. But when I got home to my apartment in Clearwater, I felt the weight. It wasn't despair. It was worse. It was this exhaustion from always rowing, always struggling, and never really getting anywhere. On the outside, I looked confident. On the inside, I was at my limit. 3 months before all this, something happened that messed with me in a way I didn't expect. It was a regular Friday in November. I had stopped at a Publix after work to grab something for dinner, and on impulse, I bought a Fantasy 5 ticket. It wasn't something I did every week, but that day I felt like it. I filled in the numbers quickly, not thinking much about it, paid the $2 and forgot about it. Saturday morning, having coffee and scrolling through my phone, I decided to check the draw numbers. I started comparing. First number, match. Second, match. Third, match. Fourth, match. My heart raced. My hands started shaking. I looked at the 5th number on my ticket, 29. I looked at the draw number, 31. One number. I was one damn number away from winning $180,000. I sat there staring at that paper and something broke inside me. It wasn't anger. It was worse. It was physical confirmation of something I'd been feeling for years. I was always close but never quite there. Always almost. Always one step away. I kept that ticket in a drawer. Didn't throw it away. I don't know why. The months that followed were hard in a different way. January was okay, February tanked. March started terrible. I'd wake up, go to work, do everything I was supposed to do, but it felt like I was carrying an invisible weight on my back all the time. Bills piling up. Credit card climbing. That feeling of slowly sinking, but with an everything's fine mask glued to my face. On a Wednesday in March, after losing another big proposal, I came home exhausted. Threw my keys on the table, opened the fridge, grabbed a beer and collapsed on the couch. I picked up my phone just to turn my brain off. YouTube started playing random videos. And then a video popped up. The title was something like, Millionaire Affirmations, Speak This into Existence. Normally I would have skipped it. I wasn't the kind of guy who believed in that stuff. But that night, exhausted, with no energy to resist, I hit play. The voice in the video was calm. The phrases were simple, direct. Money flows to me easily. I am a magnet for abundance. I receive what is already mine. Something about it hit different. It wasn't magic. It wasn't an easy promise. It was authority. Like the person speaking actually believed it. Like it was true even before it happened. I paused the video. I grabbed an old notebook that was on the coffee table and started writing. I wrote 2 full pages. Word for word, phrase by phrase. My hand hurt, but I didn't stop. It was like something inside me had woken up and said, just this once, try for real. When I finished, I looked at the notebook and made a pact with myself. 7 days. Just 7 days. I was going to speak these affirmations out loud when I woke up and before I went to sleep. But I wasn't going to do it the desperate way, the way someone begs. I was going to do it like the voice in the video. With gratitude, with authority, as if I had already received it. I don't chase, I attract. Money flows to me naturally. I am the kind of person who receives. That first night before bed, I sat on the edge of the bed and read it all out loud. I felt ridiculous for the first 30 seconds. My voice came out low, uncertain. But I kept going. And something strange happened. The more I spoke, the more real it seemed. Not like fantasy, but like memory. Like I was remembering who I was before I forgot. I slept better that night than I had in weeks. The next day, I woke up and repeated it. Then on the second day. On the third day, something small changed. I was calmer. Not anxious. Not forcing. Just present. It was on the third day that I stopped at a Publix after work. Same store where I'd bought that ticket months ago. I grabbed milk, bread, some basic things. In the checkout line, the attendant, an older guy with a name tag that said Jim, looked at me and said casually, "If I were you, I'd keep an eye on 14 and 17. Those numbers have a habit of showing up. I laughed, figured it was just talk, but I walked out of the store with that echoing in my head. That phrase from Jim wouldn't leave my mind. 14 and 17. It was so random, so casual, but something inside me registered it as important. I kept up with the affirmations, morning and night. No skipping. On the fourth day, I noticed something had changed at work. Not in the results yet, but in me. I was lighter on calls, less clingy, less desperate to close. And strangely, people responded differently. A client who had said, "I'll think about it," the week before called me back and closed. Without me pressuring. Without me begging. On the fifth day, I woke up with a strange feeling. It wasn't euphoria. It was certainty. Like something was already on its way and I just needed to keep doing my part. That night, Friday, I was heading home after a long day. I drove past a convenience store on Gulf Boulevard. Normally I never stop there, but I had an impulse. It wasn't thought out. It was automatic. I parked. I went in, grabbed a Gatorade, and my eyes went straight to the lottery tickets behind the counter. Fantasy 5. Same lottery from 3 months ago. I grabbed a play slip. I started marking numbers. I put in the ones I always used, 7, 23, 32. I was about to fill in the fourth when I stopped. I looked at the paper. I crossed out 32 and put 14. I crossed out another and put 17. I stood there, pen in hand, looking at the numbers. And then I said quietly, just to myself but out loud, "I don't chase, I attract. I act aligned and the result finds me." I paid the $2. Got the ticket. When I got home, I didn't put it in my wallet. I placed it in a glass jar on top of the fridge, along with coins and old receipts. I didn't obsess. I didn't keep checking. Just left it there. Before bed, I repeated my affirmations. But this time, I added something new. I am grateful for what is already coming. I receive with open hands. I slept deeply. No anxiety. No knot in my stomach that had been with me for months. Just a strange peace, like my body knew something my mind didn't yet. Saturday morning, I woke up with the sun coming through the bedroom window. Made coffee. Sat at the kitchen table with my phone. Opened the Florida Lottery website to check the Fantasy 5 numbers from last night. I started comparing, and my heart just stopped. First number, 7. Match. Second number, 14. Match. Third number, 17. Match. My breathing caught. I looked at my phone, then at the jar on the fridge. I got up slowly, like any sudden movement might break something. I grabbed the ticket with trembling hands. Fourth number, 23. Match. Fifth number, 31. I looked at the number on my phone. 31. Match. All 5 numbers. Solo winner. Nobody else had matched them. $44,000. I sat in the kitchen chair because my legs stopped working. The ticket was in my hand. I'd look at it, then at my phone, then back at the ticket. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't an illusion. It was real. But the shock wasn't just the money. It was what it meant. 3 months ago, I'd been one number off. One. And that had destroyed me inside, confirmed everything I felt about myself. Always close, never quite there. Now, after 7 days of doing something different, not forcing, not begging, just aligning, I'd hit everything. Solo. Numbers 14 and 17. Exactly the ones Jim had mentioned. That couldn't be coincidence. Or maybe it was. But in that moment, I felt something bigger. When you stop acting like someone who hopes to get lucky and start acting like someone who is already the kind of person who receives, the universe responds. I wasn't euphoric. I was in silent shock. I sat there for almost an hour just holding the ticket, feeling its weight in my hand. I grabbed my phone and called the Florida Lottery number to confirm. The woman on the other end checked the information and said in a cheerful, professional voice, "Congratulations, sir. You have a prize of $44,000 to claim. You can come to any regional office with a valid ID." I hung up the phone and just breathed. I looked at the notebook on the table. Opened it to the first page where I'd written everything. I don't chase, I attract. Money flows to me naturally. I am the kind of person who receives. 7 days ago, these phrases seemed like lies. Now, with the winning ticket in my hand, they seemed like the truest thing in the world. It wasn't luck. It was a shift in internal state. And the world simply reflected that back. Monday morning, I went to the Florida Lottery Regional Office in Tampa. I brought my ID, the ticket, and a calmness I didn't recognize in myself. The employee checked everything, smiled, and handed me the papers to sign. 15 minutes later, I had a check for $44,000 in my hand. I sat in the parking lot inside my car and just stared at that paper. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just felt a profound relief, like a giant weight had finally lifted off my back. The first thing I did was pay off everything that was suffocating my mind. Credit card, overdue bills, that car payment that kept me up every month. Within 2 days, everything was cleared. And for the first time in years, I breathed without that knot in my chest. I set aside $10,000 to invest. I didn't know exactly how yet, but I knew this money couldn't just be temporary relief. It had to be the start of something bigger. I put it in a savings account while I researched options. The rest I divided, part to live comfortably for the next few months, part to invest in myself. I took an online course on consultative sales that I'd been putting off for a year. I bought some books on mindset and investing. Small things, but things that had seemed like impossible luxuries before. But the real change wasn't the money. It was what happened inside me. I kept up with the affirmations every day, morning and night. But now they came from a different place. It wasn't desperate hope anymore. It was conviction, because I had concrete proof that it works. 2 weeks after claiming the prize, I closed the biggest contract of my career. An entire condo building in St. Petersburg. 32 windows. Commission of almost $8,000. And what surprised me most? I didn't force it. I didn't beg. I just presented the proposal with confidence, like someone who knows the value they deliver. And the guy closed on the spot. A month later, I got a promotion. My boss called me into his office and said, "Tyler, I don't know what changed in you, but keep it up." I knew what had changed. I had stopped acting like someone who's always chasing, and started acting like someone who attracts. Not because I repeated magic phrases, but because I changed who I was on the inside. And the external world simply reflected that. That ticket from 3 months ago, the one that was off by one number, I finally threw it away. I didn't need it anymore. If you're reading this and you feel like I felt, always, almost, always close but never quite there, I need you to understand something. The problem was never that you weren't good enough. The problem is you were acting like someone who chases, when you should be acting like someone who attracts. Affirmations aren't magic. They're reprogramming. When you speak with authority, with gratitude, as if you've already received it, you shift your internal frequency. And when you change on the inside, the external world responds. It wasn't the ticket that changed my life. It was the decision to stop begging and start believing I was already the kind of person who deserves to receive. You're too. Start today. 7 days. Affirmations with conviction. Action without desperation. And see what happens. The universe is waiting for you to align. If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who needs to hear this today.